you want to ask somebody in your industry for help to teach you something, you want to ask for their time, but you don't want to be rude. You don't want to be selfish, and you certainly don't want to waste your time. So then you just don't ask. I think there's a big problem. People ask me about this every day. I actually don't have a problem with this. This is not a problem I have. So I'm going to give you some of the things. I wrote down a couple of things here. 10 things that might help you overcome this because it's a big problem. We all feel it because we're good people. We don't want to waste anybody's time. Number 1, ask and ye shall receive. That's biblical. So that's advice that's been around for a long time. Encouragement to just ask. You ever heard the other saying, the other catchphrase, cliche? If you don't ask, the answer is always no. There's a theme here. You have to just ask. Number 3, people really want to help you. It might not seem like it, but when people see a little bit of success, I've had some success in my life. And one of the things that I do with a lot of my time, I make these videos, is I want other people to have success. Once you have a little success, you realize it's an abundance. There's an infinite amount. We can all have it. And so people will freely give you success. They want you to be successful. So when you ask them for help, you're actually giving them an opportunity to share what they've learned. And they're going to be happy to do it. Most of the time. 4, I love this one. Nobody ever says this one. When you protect somebody else's time, that is not your responsibility. It is not your responsibility to protect their time from you. It's your responsibility to make money, to get your goals, to serve your family, to fulfill your ambition. You need to put your responsibility, which requires you to ask for help, ahead of their responsibility, which is to protect their schedule. Number 5, be a good investment. When people take their time out of their day to give it to you, they are investing in you. They want you to succeed, as I said. And what they don't want to do is say, we meet, we get coffee, I spend a bunch of time on you, somebody spends a bunch of time on you, and then you do nothing. That's the worst thing you can possibly do. That's worse than annoying somebody. That's how you waste their time. Somebody gives you homework, do it. I have a friend, he will give everybody his time. He will give everybody his time. But first, no matter what you do, he says, you got to go read this book. 99% of people won't go read the book. And so he's like, I'm just not going to give you my time until you read the book. So if you do read the book, he goes, this guy or gal's going to do the work. Number 6, be likable, be charming, be optimistic. Look, man, we're all going to die soon. The only thing worse than making money, you don't want to make money alone, but worse than making money alone is doing it with people you don't like. And there's nothing better than making money with people you do like. So be somebody that other people like to hang out with. Nobody wants to hear you complain. Nobody wants to hear your problems. We all got them. Optimism, charm, ambition, be funny, be likable. Don't be dreary, be a lot. If you have somebody that you want to talk to and you're feeling a little timid, ask somebody who else might know this person for referrals. Say, hey, I really want to ask that guy for help, but I don't know him. You know him. Can you do a little intro? That, break the ice a little bit. Big help. Ask for referrals. Number 8, go to an event where that person's going to be. If you want to get into real estate and the person lives in your town, they're going to go to events. Maybe they go to conferences. Maybe they don't live in your town, but they go to conferences. Dude, stalk these people on the internet and find out where they're going to be. And then go there, and they're there to do the thing that you want to do. So handshaking and running into them and getting a little bit of FaceTime in person, maybe that's scarier, but at least you cleared the air. On the internet, you very well may get lost in the DMs, but in person, might be a little bit easier, maybe a little more intimidating, but maybe a little more easier. Number 9, multiple touch points. Dude, you will get lost in the DMs. You will. So you got to hit people more than once. So you do kind of have to be annoying. Not only do you have to have that courage to go ask somebody, well, if they don't answer you, you got to do it again. And even if they do answer you, you're just another stranger on the internet. So you got to really build those relationships. So multiple touch points. Get in somebody's circle. Get in their mind. Get top of mind. And number 10, this one's big. I should put it higher on the list. A lot of people, if you're asking them for help, many people, if they're an influencer or something like that, they've already created a ton of content answering the questions you want to ask. So if you want to go ask somebody for help and you're feeling timid and they've written 5 books, and I know people have done this, they've written a bunch of books, and then the people don't read any of the books and then they go ask for help. And it's like, if they're nice, I know nice guys, they'll give you a lot of their time anyway. But I mean, are you setting yourself up for success? Because they know they've written the books and then they're going to know you haven't read their books. So you're skipping the line. Somebody who's successful in your industry these days, they got podcasts, they got books, they got blog posts, they got Instagram, they got Twitter and TikTok and LinkedIn. They're putting out content most likely. Not always, but most likely. You probably know them from some content. Go sit there and consume a good portion, if not all, of their content. And not only will you get a lot of the answers that you're looking for, But then they will know you've consumed the content. You will have already been a good investment. They will know you've already done the work. And now they're going to be much more likely to help you because they know they're not going to have to repeat themselves. Certainly not as much. So consume content that they've already created. Get on their newsletter. I mean, a lot of people are putting out content these days. So it's a good way to get in the door. That's my encouragement. That's most of it. And at the end of the day, all these things, we're all afraid to talk to new people and get rejected. And, I understand. I'm not immune to this. I'm a little less worried about people's negative opinion than most, I think. But at the end of the day, I think about it a little bit differently. And I just say, I don't really have a choice. I can be afraid or be timid or be socially awkward, or I can not ask for help and not hit my goals. And that's not really an option. So you kind of have to do it. You kind of just have to do it. So whatever rationality, whichever number, whichever piece of encouragement that works on you, take it. But at the end of the day, for me, I think about it in a reverse where I'm like, what if I don't do this? I don't get what I want out of life? That's not going to work. That's not a good option. If you have somebody in mind that you think could help you, somebody who does successfully the thing that you want to do in life, I encourage you to DM them today and just say, hey, my name's Alex. I love what you do. I want to do that one day. I'm trying to do that. I read your book. I read your blog. I'm trying to get, can I buy you lunch? If you live in town, can I buy you coffee? Or, hey, I don't want, one of my favorites, I don't want or need anything. I just want to let you know that you've made my life better or that I consumed some content that I learned something from. And I just want to say thank you. That is an amazing seed planted. I can harvest that seed in 6 months. I hope this is helpful. This is stuff I've been thinking about for years. So let me know if it's useful to you. Thank you.